My name is Martell Price. I teach at Oakland Technical High School, the subjects World History and AP U.S. History. Currently I'm teaching a course at Holy Names University for an enrichment program called Hip Hop Stories. The purpose of the course is, well, me being a historian, is to teach students about the history of rap and the origins of rap, tracing it from the 60s into the 70s all the way into the 80s and 90s. My goal basically is to have the students start to think critically about the music that they're listening to and realize the power and the impact that music can have on cultural communities. The course from the 60s and 70s, we look at how hip-hop's messages emerges out of the civil rights movement and is basically becomes the new voice for the people in light of what happened. So we look at the creation of hip-hop in the 80s and the conditions in the community that created it. Poverty and whatnot, and crime, and deindustrialization, and some of the things I've had the students do was I had them write about their first memories of hip-hop, it's hip-hop stories, and then had some of them do graffiti work or practice on graffiti and artwork. And we also did a musical compilation of current music that they listen to that they consider positive or conscious. Among the trips that we made a trip to the MOAD, or the Museum of African Diaspora, and the whole point of that trip was to help kids make connections between the traditions of the past and today. Pretty good experience. I think the kids enjoyed it. The next trip we took was a trip to Expressions, and the whole point of that trip was for students to think about careers in hip-hop beyond just being a rapper. There are so many professions inside the industry. So the course has been very productive, and I think the students have liked it very much. That's enough of me talking to them. Let's go inside the classroom and see how they liked it. Come on. Come on in and check it out. The students are working and discussing the issue. Some issues.
I guess what I would dislike about it is the fact that women are so materialized in it, like they're not treated as people. I guess you could say.
Okay, for me, I was introduced to hip hop at a young age, and what I didn't like about it are the things that I don't like about it today, kind of. Like you said, I don't like how women are talked about. Also, when I was little, I didn't like the cursing because I was fresh out of Catholic school, so I didn't want to get used to that. But now,
what do you dislike?
I dislike the words of violence or crime that emanate from it.
What?
Violence that emanates. Can you explain what that means to your homie right here?
It basically draws from some of the lyrics are either broadcasting these violent themes, or they're just leading to violence.
I spoke with you, but I'd like to hear from the perspective of a young lady what you like or don't dislike about it.
My favorite thing about hip hop is that artists are now experimenting with new beats, and it's gotten really global. But my least favorite thing about hip hop is that they use a lot of derogatory terms in hip hop. So they mostly refer to women as the bitches, the hoes, making it seem like we're all of it.
Okay. Now, the issue of derogatory terms we will most definitely look at. Violent images we're going to look at. Okay? And there are some other issues we're going to kind of, 729 on hip hop, violence, and hyper masculinity. Please read it closely because I'm going to ask you to summarize it for the class. Okay? And then we'll have a little discussion about it. The next group, B, I want you to read about misogyny and homophobia in hip hop on pages 36 and 37. Okay, again, I'm sorry the pages aren't labeled, but you should be able to get there relatively easily. And group C, I'm going to ask that you read the N-word in hip hop on page 38. Now, conversation about all these issues very briefly, and then we're going to work on our skits for Thursday, continue this on Thursday.